Okay, welcome back, everybody. We have Gar Lips up now with Charon's Staircase any percent. So when you are ready, Gar, take it away.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Gar Lips. I'm an alleged speedrunner, and I have with me on my couch my good friends ERB.
Hello.
And Mr. Matt Internet.
Hello there.
Right, we're going to be running for you today. Charon's Staircase. The Charon Staircase speedrunning community is very excited about today because it's me. It's me. It's just me. We are going to press new adventure here. The timer doesn't start yet. The timer starts when we gain control. This cutscene is unskippable on PC. The PS5 version, they at least decided to put in the little code that lets you skip it. But on PC we can't, so don't worry, I'll count down the timer. But it makes sense to get it going because it's a good minute and a half. Charon's Staircase is a very 5 out of 10 video game. It's your classic first-person horror, walk around spooky house, wait for ghosts to do things, and unlock doors and puzzles and stuff. Except you'll notice very quickly that I don't have to do any of the puzzles in this game because all of the codes are the same every time. So I've got a little cheat sheet here with me, which will just allow access to all of the doors.
No way. So you're telling me that they've ended up leaving you a trail of breadcrumbs, and if you know where the end of the breadcrumbs is, you can just skip to the end of the trail?
Exactly. And we're being told right now you need to collect 3 pieces of evidence, 3 dossiers. I'm not going to pick up a single dossier.
What? That's crazy.
But how will you investigate? What is happening here?
We're speedrunners, okay? We've already done the investigation before. We know all the answers. Bish bash bosh. You know, call it a day. Right, so I will be counting down time from when we see the word loading, which should be about 5 seconds. So get ready on that timer, and I will count us in very soon. I'm codenamed Desmond. That's important for later. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Not gonna run, Gar Lips.
So, oh, by the way, this game is not graphically great, but I have it turned down so that it runs even faster. So, if you look at things and think, wow, that's incredibly low poly for 2022, don't worry, it does look a little bit better if you turn the settings up. But
hold on,
we gotta go.
Hold on, 2022.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're Mario Karting around this rock here because most of the game I found that the optimal movement is to kind of drift sideways around things. So that's what we're doing. You'll see lots of ghosts and things going boo, by the way, as well.
They do say that the optimal form of all creatures is the crab, so you're just getting, a little bit of a head start there by crab walking everywhere.
Heck yeah, I mean, it's how all the best investigators investigate. Poirot, Miss Marple, all of them. They just creep around the place.
Do you actually know whether or not that's faster, or is it like a perceived fastness? Like running around the Citadel in Mass Effect is just increasing the FOV and telling you you're going faster?
Yeah.
Does it actually feel faster to the point where it is faster?
A tiny bit faster. I haven't done the actual science on the movement because, let's face it, I'm the person who's played this game the most in the entire world, including the devs, and I've only played it about 8 times. So the science remains to be done. I was kind of hoping, in being at IHS, this would inspire some other people who play really bad games to go, woo, we could be 2nd place in the world today, 1st place in the world even, if you want. So hoping the new blood that comes in might be able to help me do some of the science, because I can't be bothered, to be honest.
Why on earth would anyone speedrun this game? How are you going to sell this game to potential speedrunners? I mean, it must take at least 2 hours to end up playing this game. 3, 6, how long is it?
Well, casually, it does take that amount of time because you don't know what the codes are for the doors, and so you actually have to solve all the puzzles. But the run itself, the world record is 17 minutes, 22 seconds, so it's actually quite short, and that's how I would sell it to most people. It's like, come play this game, it's short.
And I'm guessing it's easy to learn as well.
It is. Like I said, I've only played the game 8 times total, probably, so... Well, maybe 10.
Is that 8 times total, including
Desmond's getting confused and saying multiple lines of dialogue at once, by the way.
The
Sorry, what did you say?
subtitles were overlaid. Is that 8 times including all your speedruns so far?
Yeah, total. It's probably about 10
Wow.
total.
Wow.
But yes, please feel free to go and buy this game for a very cheap price. Please don't pay a lot of money for it, because they don't deserve that much for it.
So what you're saying is that people should go and wishlist this on Steam right now, so they know when there's a deep discount on it, yeah?
Exactly. And then when that deep discount comes in, you can join the illustrious chapters of the Charon Staircase speedrunning community, which is just me at the moment, like I said. That guy, he's shut the gate, which is really unhelpful, but don't worry, he's deloaded now. There he goes. So,
Now, this game is a spooky game. People keep vanishing. Are we going to see much more of this?
we are going to be pestered constantly by ghosts that walk about the place and make us stop and look at them. We're going to have one right now. We're going to look at this body in here. If it'll let me. There we go. Then we're going to turn. Who's this? What are they doing there? Let's look away again, giving them a chance to potentially disappear. Oh my god!
Oh,
Spooky.
wow.
Too spooky for me.
She shut the box on your kebab.
Well, that's nothing, because wait and see now. Keep your eyes on her. There she is. It's like a magic trick. Keep your eyes on her. Keep your eyes on her. There she is.
Keep your eyes on
There
the
she
prize.
is. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's up here. Spooky.
You're tricking us here. This isn't really a video game. You're just showing us Second Life. Just looking at these character models, and it's just
The time had come to cross the lake.
Like I do promise that some of the models when the options are turned up look halfway decent. Okay. This is the first
I don't
boat
believe
ride. Well, maybe you'll have to buy the game, find out for yourself. This is our first boat ride of the run. We're gonna have a second one towards the end.
this looks like an FMV, not an in-game cutscene.
It is an FMV.
And yet we can't skip it.
Nope. I can't even remember if you can skip it on console, to be honest. You might be able to. But even despite the fact that you can't skip that cutscene, PC is still faster than console, just simply due to the fact that working the keypads and stuff like that is a lot harder on a pad than it is on keyboard mouse. So that alone speeds things up a little bit. Right, so we're going to gain access to this front door now by finding a key that the ghosts leave for us. So we have to go look at the door, turn around, ghosts doing stuff.
The friendliest ghost since Casper.
As someone who runs a Casper game, that's probably got a better story than this one does.
Wait a second.
Give me the key, give me the key,
Are
give
you,
me the key.
are you telling me that I did a segue there? No way.
Give me the key. Please give me the key. Oh my goodness. I just want the key. Thanks.
So in this, sometimes the action triggers don't quite work as you're expecting. You kind of need to end up going off and on of them again until they're
Yeah.
happy and actually let you perform the action.
It's the problem is, you can't just do the thing as quickly as you can to try and save speed. You actually have to make sure that you're not already doing the thing that you need to do, because otherwise the game just won't register it, which is what just happened to me there. By the way, after every single one of these ghost things, if you were holding down W, you will start walking again, but some of them you don't. So you have to literally be spamming W, scary door, until you start moving again, and then you can use sprint to go faster. 6, 2, 8, 3. Boom.
So Garlops, we're in yet another spooky house now. Like, what is going on with the game's plot right now?
So, the game's plot is that you are Agent Desmond. You've been tasked by the nameless, faceless, corrupt government of the Eastern European country that you're in. None of them named, by the way, which is just kind of the vibe is kind of like vaguely Soviet. And you have been tasked to investigate this guy's house because he has been doing some experiments trying to create a subhuman race. Slaves, psychic slaves of some kind. Which is probably not above board, to be honest. No wonder we're investigating. Right, 1 second here while I do this. Oh, I got on the keypad there. That was cool. So Desmond has been tasked with finding 3 pieces of information that will kind of like, you know, provide the dossier of information about this place, and also to make sure that no one is like alive and telling the tale of this place, because the whole thing's going to be buried by the government.
At that moment,
But Desmond, along the course of the way, finds out that there was a group of people born at this place who have psychic powers, and wouldn't you know it, I'm a little bit of a spoiler for the end of the game. You're one of them kids as well. That's why you can see the ghosts and stuff.
What? No.
Yeah. Because I can't remember. I think it's Daniel and Dara are the boy and the girl that kind of like with the psychic powers. But Desmond also begins with D, you see. They were all named D kids.
Oh,
That's
no.
the twist.
So you're telling me it's a sequel to D2, and it takes place between D2 and D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die, and sort of bridges the 2 games together.
I believe canonically that's correct.
Where does Dirty D's Dumb Dirt Cheap come into this?
I
I
believe
think
that's a prequel.
That's part of the JoJo DLC, I believe.
Oh, fantastic. Everything's a JoJo's reference. Anyways, Garnups, what's going on with these wheels?
So this is just a garden puzzle. You need to make sure that each scene that's being projected into the middle here on this big thing in the middle is the correct scene based on the things that we've discovered about events. And so I just know that it's 2, 1, 2, 3 in terms of spinning. So this will be the 3rd spin on the last one. Any second now.
So
Is
when
there
you
anything
say...
odd about the movement?
What, sorry?
Sorry?
Go on, ERB.
No, you.
Oh, I was going to say, is there any weird movement that comes off these wheels that you're standing on?
You can get like a little mini boost if you're walking off them while they spin, but also you'll have noticed there that we had a little cutscene of the gates, and while that was happening, I was actually moving during the cutscene, so...
What?
Yeah. We've got to go so fast that we don't have time to stop in cutscenes. We're going to stop and look at every ghost. That's already bad enough. We've got to save some time where we can.
So once you can't skip them, you can just walk through them.
At the end of the
Yes,
path,
sort of. There's pretty much only 2 of them in the game that you can do that. That one, and then there's one in the bunker later on that you'll see.
challenging and mysterious,
Wait a minute, are you telling me that this game goes Resident Evil in the end?
as if something
Yeah, we're
unknown
between
was
mansion and
lurking in
hospital
its
on our way to
shadows.
underground lab. Yeah, of course it. Of course it is.
At the moment of entering that sordid enclosure,
We're now in the hospital.
I felt that
We
the
need a
urgent
hammer so that
need
we can
to
go upstairs,
back,
so that's the first thing we're
but
going to grab.
something there was not
Oh,
right.
Desmond's got confused with his
Tense
dialogue again.
silence.
Oh,
The
silly
howl
Desmond.
of the wind attracted me to a gloomy limit that my
Right, so
reason
it's coming up to hammer time, is it?
It is indeed almost hammer time.
The problem with the name Desmond is it just makes me think of Assassin's Creed and how
Same.
I'd much rather be playing Assassin's Creed than this.
Same. That was my... spoilers, everyone. That was my favourite bit of Assassin's Creed 2. When Ezio Auditore Differenze gets to
There
the
was no
bottom
doubt
of the fucking...
something sinister
gets to the bottom of the
could perceive how that
the
was
Vatican.
Yeah,
And
Vatican.
then an alien shows up and says, Desmond, here's some information. He's like, who is Desmond? It's like the funniest thing.
And the one they call Desmond.
Anyway, we're about to get rushed by a low poly man. There he is.
He's just having a month.
I mean, if I was a low poly man, I'd be angry too.
Just waving those stubs around.
Looks like one of those level of detail models when someone's like really far away. But up close.
If it goes even further away, it's actually a seagull.
So we're gonna grab this man's keycard. He's the doctor who's been doing the experiments and stuff. Except he's a ghost. They're all ghosts.
No way.
Except the low poly men. They're actually still here. They kind of got left behind. And we're about to go, everybody, to the low poly disco. You're not ready for the low poly disco.
I hope they're playing the philosophers, the Slips Knots, because they once sang about being left behind.
this
They
hell.
did.
Once lost all reason and seduced by the
Here
dark
are our
passage
rave
of the
goggles.
hidden
We're about to pick up our rave goggles for the rave.
the ferry
Desmond
from
won't
hell.
stop talking, by the way. He's just constant in a monologue. Right,
He's
so
getting
here
into
we go.
Zalgo text now.
So, what you're supposed to do, or what you do, you know, story-wise, is you're turning off the electricity because the monsters can't see you in the dark. So you're using night vision goggles to walk through a dark room full of these monsters.
Who was at home can start putting on the Blade Rave track.
Yep. But unfortunately, because we've turned the electricity off, they've not got any music in the disco, which is a shame.
Oh no.
So yeah, at home, feel free to kind of fill in a drum and bass track of your choice.
I was hoping for some caramel dancing, you know, with the flashing lights as well. Disappointing.
Anyway, if the timer runs out while you're in there, the electricity comes back on and you immediately game over. But we are
How
out
do you
of it.
know that? How do you know that that happens, Scarlet? How?
Because I might have done it once.
What?
Hold on, how could you possibly? It gives you so much time here.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that there was actually a timeout. And I was just kind of like messing around.
And it was the funniest thing because I kept watching and noticing that, that everything was like ticking for a little bit too long. I was like, it's gonna stop ticking soon. It's gonna stop. He's gonna notice soon. No, he didn't.
I did not notice. Wait, where am I going?
Where are you
What
going?
Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, so I think I hit this floor by accident, and the elevator has moved from this floor to this floor, and I couldn't use the key until it had finished.
Amazing.
Oh, every day's a school day.
This is not going to be a world record then.
I don't feel it in my bones, no. But we are heading now to the final section of the game, which is the underground bunker. In the underground bunker, you're supposed to do all kinds of puzzles under a 10-minute time limit to work out the code at the end, but we already know the code at the end, so it's not going to be a
Now I
problem.
understood many.
Well, it's not so much you've got a 10-minute time limit. You can extend things a little bit. You can actually pause the
That's
timer.
true.
Can't you?
Yeah, you can pause the timer while you're in certain rooms and things.
As if
I'm walking
someone
during this
had left
cutscene as
there
well.
all that
Hopefully
time.
should be in the corridor. Yeah, there we are. We're in the corridor already. So what we're going to be doing down here is... Oh, by the way, it's in this bunker that you find the key that you need to pay the ferryman to cross the River Styx. Except we're not going to pick that coin up at all.
But what will you do?
We will
you telling-
use coinless strategy.
Are you telling me the game just assumes that you have the coin because you've got to that area despite having not picked it up?
Now, looking at the game's quality, I don't know how you could possibly ask that question.
You see, that's what I was thinking. I'm
I
clearly
have
looking
seen
at a 10 out of 10
unimaginable
masterpiece,
things.
and yet somehow
But nothing
you're telling me that
matters.
they just make that assumption?
And all
They
the
just make that assumption.
from inside by the
And
engines
the day that we found that out in chat was hilarious and a good time.
Spend so many
It
years
really was.
People had
without
posited
reading
they had
practically anything
floated the
from the
theory of
outside.
coinless, but we didn't dare to dream to believe that it could be actually accomplished, but it can.
You're having a nice little run around that table there. Was that fun for you?
It was. See, I don't know what the trigger is in there to actually make the next part of the game happen, but I do know if you don't hit it, you can come all the way down this corridor and it doesn't work and you've got to go all the way back. So rather than, you know, I will do the science at some point, like I said, but probably when there are more scientists to lift the load, as it were.
Excuse me, it's not more scientists, it's more guinea pigs.
Hold on, he's supposed to be getting people to want to speedrun this. If he refers to potential speedrunners as guinea pigs, they're not going to pick this up.
Oh, that's true. You got to trick them and make them think they're the scientists. You're right, yeah, totally be a scientist on this game. Yeah.
We are coming up to the final keypad of the game. The answer is 1976, which is the year of birth of the twins in the game, but also by proxy mine as well, Desmond's.
Wow.
1976.
You are old.
By the way,
Oh, Desmond's birthday. I thought you meant yours, Garlips. I was very confused
I'm
there
not
for a
quite
second.
that old. I'm getting there though.
You hide it so well.
I still can't believe you were born in 2010. It's just madness to me.
I've come a long way since then. I can tie my own shoelaces and everything. So this is the second boat ride. We are now about to ascend the Charon's staircase. Charon wants to see the manager. She's absolutely furious. So she's going to run lickety-split up these stairs as fast as we can go. Time is coming up. Time is coming up in about 30 seconds. I'll count us down. But yeah, look how furious she is.
This is the fastest I've seen somebody walk up a set of stairs since Super Mario went up them backwards.
Oh my goodness, the day we find out how to do reverse long jump up these stairs.
Oh, backwards long jump up the Charon staircase.
Yahoo!
So time is coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
Beautiful. GG's Garlips.
And I felt a breath of
I'd be interested to see what that is.
In the lost distance, in a vast landscape, there was a small cabin. I started running to.
Well, I'm reading on the screen 1824, but we'll wait for official confirmation.
That's not bad. It's a minute behind world records. I did have a couple of flubs in there.
Dara was there.
A couple of triggers that didn't activate when they should have.
She knew I would come
and also I went in the elevator the wrong floor in the elevator.
That was genius. That was 10 out of 10 Garlips. Classic Garlips.
That was great.
Classic Garlips. Right. The problem I have is I can't skip this cutscene, but I also don't want to Alt F4 the cutscene, because then all you'll see is my desktop, which has nothing weird on it, promise. But it might not be as interesting for the stream. I don't know.
Garlips as a furry AI. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I saw that folder earlier.
But I gather we are quite audible over the level of this cutscene, even though to me it's blasting in my ears. So we may as well say who we are and do our bits now to save time. So, hello, my name is Garlips. I'm an alleged speedrunner, horror variety streamer. You can find me at twitch.tv/Garlips. I'm also a member of the Clock Tower stream team. We had Hobby in earlier doing Crow Country at the start, and we've got Schmumbler, also from the team, doing Tower of the Borderlands or something like that. It's something called that. A little bit later on still. So please do check us out. We're a rad bunch of folks and lots of speedrunners amongst us. And also, I'm a member of a group called the Wheel of Struggle. All you got to do is reach out to me, Garlips, or Mr. Matt Internet, or anyone who is kind of like Garlips adjacent, and we'll point you in the right direction on the Wheel of Struggle. How about you, ERB?
My name is Escape Route British. I am fortunately and unfortunately, Garlips' IRL brother. I create videos on YouTube. At the moment, I'm quite fond of doing tier list videos. I just did a tier list video on Monster High. So if Monster High video games interest you, and let's be fair, of course it does, because why wouldn't it? Please check on, jump on over to my YouTube and check that out. I'm also a regular contestant on the show Low Res, but I'm sure Mr. Matt Internet will probably tell you more about that.
Teed that up quite nicely, Mr. Matt.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the synergy. Look at the brand synergy. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Genius stratagem there from ERB. But my name is Mr. Matt Internet, and I am the host of the show Low Res. And it's got the wonderful Garlips and Escape Route and many, many other wonderful folks end up popping up on there. It's a comedy panel show, and it's great fun. I'd really recommend checking it out. And it's for free on that YouTube, because YouTube won't stick ads on us because we're so underground, yeah? Yeah? Nose tap. Anyways, fantastic work there from Garlips and from ERB as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much. Thank you as well, IHS, for having me. It's been a joy. Hopefully, be at future events as well with more silly indie horror games. Thank you so much for having us. I think we're done.
That was excellent. I love that. Alrighty, so we're going to take another quick break, and we are back with some of IHS's GOATs with Alien vs Predator 2 Marine Co-op mode with Lick and First Try.